Hey guys, TKC here, the Kaijudo channel. I'm here with another episode of Kaijudo news. Not very much news to talk about from the site because they're pretty much all just reviews, articles, tips, things like that. So I'm gonna go and cover other things that happened in the Kaijudo scene. Let's start with the main thing, and this is probably the most awesomest announcement of them all, and that is the location of the Winter Championships in November, and that is going to be in Texas. It's going to be in Irving, Texas. I think pretty much everyone guessed that it was going to be in Texas. Overall, an excellent location choice, so well deserved for Texas, and I'm very excited to go there for the third time. I've already went there for one KMC because I thought it was going to be really fun to meet all the Texas players, but now I'm going there for the Winter Champs. Win or lose, I will go there. So the date of the championships is actually pushed back a little bit. I believe it was planned to be in mid-November or something like that. I might be wrong here, but I do remember it being a little bit earlier than what they said it was. But now it's going to be November 23rd and 24th. Those are the two dates of the championship. I'm assuming it's going to be the exact same format of the first championships. The Friday, which is actually the 22nd, is probably going to be a last chance qualifiers. I may be wrong here, but they're probably going to do that again. And then on the Saturday, there's going to be an R&D day, or basically a day for all the invitees to enjoy awesome stuff with Wizards, maybe make new cards, maybe do other things, who knows. And then Sunday is going to be the championships, like usual. Now, hopefully with the first championships being all done, hopefully Wizards took some notes on what went well, what didn't go well, and maybe they're going to improve it for the next championships. Maybe get some streaming out there. Live streaming would be super awesome. I don't know if they'll be able to get that done in time for this year, but hopefully in the future they'll be able to provide some awesome coverage for their next championships. Alright, so speaking of awesome tournaments, ARG, Alter Reality Games, they actually held their first open series. If you follow Magic the Gathering, Star City Games does something very similar in that they do unofficial tournaments for Magic the Gathering and sometimes other games as well. And Alter Reality Games decided to pick up on that idea and provide tournaments for both Yu-Gi-Oh! And Kaijudo. So their first tournament in this open series started this weekend that just passed in Texas. Here we go again, in Texas. So I decided to start it there mainly because of the popularity of both games, I think. So they just wanted to kick it off strong with a really nice showing for both games. I believe the Kaijudo tournament had 30 entrants, which is pretty good. And the coverage was pretty awesome as well. Carl Reddish was on the ball with that, and CVH was there judging the event, which was really cool. If you want to watch the videos from the event, I highly suggest you go check out the Alter Reality Games YouTube channel. There's a lot of videos that Carl Reddish took and uploaded to that channel. So I'll leave a link in the description to go check out all the awesome deck profiles and matches that they posted. They actually posted the top 8 deck lists from this event. So I'm going to go ahead and break down all these deck lists, just show you my favorite ones, some cool deck ideas. Basically, Shattered Alliances really changed the meta quite a bit. And so there's a lot of really cool decks out there I really want to talk about. In first place, Robbie Stewart. He got the first place with an updated version of Birds of War. So he got revenge on Bobby Break, and he ended up taking the whole championship this time. Well, not championship, but you know what I mean. So his Birds of War is very different this time. He went for a more aggressive approach this time. I believe he used a style of deck similar to Ricky Gross's list from the championships, who also made top 8. He went more aggressive with cards like Keeper of Laws and even General Finbarr to just keep on applying pressure. So some notable changes in his list. The darkness got changed quite a bit because Shade Blaze got cut and got completely replaced by Heretic Prince Var-rakka. Very crazy card. So because of the lack of darkness, he had to boost up some other stuff. So Dreadclaw is now at 2, which is really cool. He had to cut the Grip of Despairs as well. I believe the website said he was using 3 Umbras, but the video deck profile said he only had 2. So I'm going to go with he only went with 2 there. And then for the most part, the Dragon lineup is very, very similar. He has the 2 General Skycrushers. He still has the OG Tatsurion, 3 Andromeda, 3 Infernus. 3 Lyra, of course, and overall it's pretty much very, very similar to the old list. Now, my favorite deck out of all of these has to be second place, and I may be a little bit biased here, but Sami Huda, the Lepidos King, went in with this crazy Khordia, Kurragar, Ramnoth, Archon Haven, what the heck, ramp control monstrosity. I love it so much. You have to check the deck list out in the description. I'll put all top 8 in the description below. It's just a really, really crazy list. So he has 3 Kurragars, 2 Wildstrider Ramnoths, and 2 Khordias. There's a whole combo with that, making awesome crazy Kurragar plays is basically the main focus. If you look at his deck, he basically has 8 Bottle of Wishes in his deck in a way. He has the 3 bottles, he has the 3 Kurragars, and then he has 2 Boron Reality Shaper, which is kind of like a Bottle of Wishes in a Gregoria Fortress like card. So because he has the Borans, he has Ripper Reapers and Grudge Weavers to combo with that and then just keep on, you know, chaining through the deck and just summoning a bunch of big things. And that's why he has like some random techs like 1 Eternal Haven and 1 Twilight Archon, just because they're big and they're really annoying. He also has 3 Andromedas, of course. He has 3 King Tritonus as well. Something I wasn't really expecting too much. I thought Haven was kind of slow down the popularity of Tritonus a bit. But he just went with 3 Tritonus and it worked really well apparently. And then of course you got the Kurragars, which are huge in itself. Wildstrider is a double breaker that ramps. He even has like a lot of interesting techs that provide mana, like 1 foul mana just to get rid of birds and ramp at the same time. Good against rush sometimes. He has 2 Skaak the Stingers, which is the Darkness Nature Battle Mage, meaning they have to discard and you get a mana, which is awesome. And then he also has Octuska, I think, which is the draw 1, ramp 1. He has 2 Kivus, so because he's putting a lot of stuff in his mana, he might accidentally put one of his power cards in mana, and then he won't have access to it anymore. So he has 2 Kivus to kind of toolbox through his mana as he's ramping through his whole deck. And that's pretty much the gist of it. Then the rest is just like blockers and a bunch of shield blasts to live against rush. So that deck, I'm honestly really surprised and I'm really happy it did well. I got 2nd place. Good job, Sammy. Awesome deck. Keep up the awesome deck ideas. They're just freaking awesome. Then as for the rest of the decks and the rest of the top 8 people, lots of other pretty cool deck ideas as well. There was another Birds of War, and then there was 2 Light Water Dark Nature controls. Like Sammy's deck was a Light Water Darkness Nature, but then there was also Joe Bass, who's been top 8ing like every event he's been going to. He used a more like basic Light Water Darkness Nature control, like the typical ones that we've been seeing recently. Bobby Break actually top 4'd this event with Panopter Haven. It was very similar to the list that Ryan Miller brought to that awesome celebration event, but it was just kind of personalized a little bit more to Bobby's liking. He had like Tendril Grasps and stuff like that, and his blocker lineup was a little bit different. One of the lists was actually also pretty interesting. It was a light darkness control. I think it was like pretty much like a hand control, field control kind of thing. It didn't really need water, I guess, because he was discarding cards out of their hand too. So basically no one was really getting much cards in their hand, and he would usually start the game 2nd because he had cards like Spectre Claw and stuff, and since he had the hand advantage and he's playing discard, well, he would have more cards in the end and they would have none, so they wouldn't have much to work with. His deck actually proved to be pretty interesting. He has the 3 Kursai Black Feathers, which is really cool as well. Very, very powerful card. He has tons of blockers like Stingwing, Scaradorable, Gloom Hollow, Grudge Weaver, which also discards. He has 3 Hydra Medusa with like Gigastan and Scaradorable. That's also a pretty interesting thing. I haven't seen Hydra Medusa being played in a very long time because I thought it would be a little bit too slow for the meta, but it actually proves to be pretty good. And you could just go check his list down there. It's really interesting. I highly suggest you check that out. And then 2 friends got 7th and 8th. Tommy and Russell Coker. Russell Coker has been using this Light Fire Nature thing ever since Clash. It's really cool. It's really fast. It focuses a lot on making your creatures really big and getting them out there quickly and winning all battles that you can with it. So he has cards like, you know, Swordhorn and Weaponized Razorcat, which are like the most powerful cards at their level. He has, you know, a lot of fast attack shenanigans with Blitzer Mech, Heal of Flame the Assaulter, Jump Jets with Flame Spinner. Oh, he doesn't have Flame Spinner. Wait, what? He also has 2 Jump Jets, which could be really cool as well. And he also has Starseed, so he could trigger a lot of double breaker stuff happening. He also has 2 new Blinder Beetle Primes in the deck, which is really cool. You could evolve it off Metal Max and other enforces in your deck, like Swordhorn. And then he also had 2 Slumbering Titan Teched, which is really smart because discard's really popular now, thanks to Maddening Whispers. And then Tommy used the Panopter list, very similar to Bobby Break's list as well. So overall, a very diverse meta. There was like 2 of each expected deck and then 2 kind of surprise decks out there with Light Fire Nature and Light Darkness. So overall, really nice showing. I don't know if this is really going to represent the meta too much. I don't think a lot of people want to reveal their secrets right away because the KMCs are coming up soon, and so they want to kind of unleash their secrets there so they could actually earn something, earn an invitation to the championships, whereas the Open Series was just for prizes. So I think a lot of people stuck with like safe lists just to test out and try and, you know, test out decks that have already been proven kind of, but just been updated with Shattered. But I think with the Shattered KMCs coming up soon, there are going to be a lot of new deck ideas that are just completely different from what we've been seeing lately. Alright, so that's all I wanted to talk about today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's go with another question before I go here. Are you guys on a team? Are you on a Kaijudo team practicing for the KMCs? Do you know of any awesome teams out there that you want me to know of? My whole goal is to, you know, find as many teams as I can, hopefully ones that I've actually heard of before, maybe ones I haven't heard before, but you show me your content and you show me some stuff, and, you know, I see that you're a really cool team and I like to talk about you guys. So in a future video, I might cover the awesome teams out there in this Kaijudo community in preparation for the KMCs coming up. So with that said and done, please leave your awesome team or other teams that you know that are awesome in the comments below, and I'll be sure to read all those. And how about another question? What do you think of the top 8 decks in the ARG Open Series? They're very, very varied. They're very awesome. Just let me know what you guys think about the decks in the comments. Anything you want to talk about, just put it in the comments. I'll go ahead and read them, maybe even reply back. This is TKC, the Kaijudo channel, signing off. See you later, guys.